Good morning, everybody. My name's Andrew. I am an addict and an alcoholic.
Good morning. I'm Jeannie. I'm an alcoholic and addict.
Jeannie, why are we having to go so early this morning? We're going somewhere today.
Yes, we are. We're going to Indianapolis to see my
Morning Jacket, one of our absolutely favorite bands. I remember listening to their song Gideon a lot, and there was a line in there that made me think it was time to change my whole life around. And then there's a whole thing. We're talking about step 11, conscious contact, prayer and meditation. What is the end result of all this? Doing the steps, living a different life. When it's all said and done, on page 133,
at the top of it in the big book,
it says,
Anonymous, we are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free.
Not sad, pitiful, and lonely, not angry, irritable, and discontent, but happy, joyous, and free. So when we were first together as a sober couple, which is the motivation for us doing this together to build our relationship and our recovery, we were always buying each other swag merch from the sober table. And she got me a t-shirt on it that said happy, joyous, and free. And I knew it was in the big book, but I had to look it up yesterday just to make sure it was there. And there it says, that's the consequence of trying to live a different way, is that you're going to feel better probably, which was why we thought it was going to make us feel better. It was going to change our state of mind. Prayer and meditation is a non-toxic, non-threatening, easy peasy way to change your mind.
Yes, it really does bring us a lot of joy to go to music concerts, to feel that freeness, to dance, to really get into the music, get into the lyrics. From the My Morning Jacket, the song Wonderful is what we're featuring today. And in his song, he says, I'm going where there ain't no disease. I'm going where there ain't no need to escape from what is, only spirit at ease. And it truly does that for us, meditating, prayer, being sober, sharing our lives together, being open, honest about what we want from life. And it's just wonderful. It is. We are truly, most of the time, happy, joyous, and free.
He creates a whole image in that song of making the world better. And it's kind of like, all those little cheesy songs from camp when you were a kid, it starts with you. Peace and joy starts in our own lives. And if we want there to be more peace and joy in the whole world, we don't do it by always focusing on the negative. There is so much wrong. There's so much suffering, anxiety, so much hatred, so much disunity. So in our recovery community, we set aside our outside differences. We focus on our primary purpose, and we find unity with people that we would normally not be unified with. And it is kind of a vision of a better way to live. And go listen to Wonderful the way I feel. It is definitely, I consistently feel like I've transported to a better place. And if it is even momentary, dancing to singing along, doing some kind of a spiritual meditation practice will take you there. There's a line right after that one that Jeannie read from the big book that says we should not participate in the deliberate manufacture of misery, meaning we shouldn't go out and try to be grumpy on purpose. My being sad doesn't relieve the suffering of somebody else whose circumstances are worse than mine. If I am upset about the circumstances, we work on finding the root cause of those circumstances. We don't feel bad about ourselves because maybe our root circumstances aren't as bad as somebody else's. We don't just pull the person out of the river who's drowning. We go upstream and, we make sure that people aren't falling into the river in the first place, or the ditch, and that's just a metaphor for everything that's going on.
Yeah, I highly recommend this song. It's it's really amazing that the people, the different people that will come to a My Morning Jacket concert. He sings about spirit. He sings about wonderful. There's the Gideon song. They're all very uplifting and make you feel so good. And to see some big burly men that will be there, right beside us singing and really feeling the spirit move them is a truly wonderful thing to see. So the lyrics in it, that he sings that is, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel.
I'm going where there ain't no fear.
I'm going where the spirit is near.
I'm going where the living is easy.
And
the people are kind. So we got to get into our car and go
Yeah.
to Indianapolis. See you tomorrow. Thanks for coming today.